Hey, how are you? No, really. How are you? Good to see you here. You're looking good. Walk and talk? Let's go. So this walk and talk isn't really about the reps and sets and things that you normally associate with fitness. It's more about the mindset that goes into what you need to go from thinking of fitness as something I have to do, beyond thinking that it's something that you want to do, to it becoming just something that you do because it's a part of you. I think the best way to start with that is, as Simon Sinek would say, just ask why. Why fitness? So just this week at the gym, a new guy there, got to talking, asked him, so why? What makes you interested in fitness? What's the why behind you being here at the gym? And it seemed like a bit of honesty. He said, vanity. Vanity is why I'm here at the gym. I just want to look good. And that's an interesting answer, and maybe that is his true answer. But oftentimes when you ask the question why, or you ask the question what, you need to peel it back a little bit. It might not be the first why or the first what. It's the thing behind the thing. And I'm not sure about his thing behind the thing. It was a short conversation. But my why really goes back to my childhood and loving going fishing and doing outdoor activities with my grandparents. And by the time they hit their early 60s, when I was about 11, 12 years old, their health started to get terrible. They were relatively bedridden, really couldn't participate in any activity, and just watching their rapid decline and being confined to the house made me promise myself that I would do whatever I could to get prepared for old age by being as healthy and as fit as I possibly could. To hit old age with everything I have and to not have to experience the same thing my grandparents experienced. Anyway, the next question to ask yourself are a couple of what questions. The first what question to ask yourself is really, what is your overarching, or what are your overarching goals when it comes to fitness? What are the big things that you want to achieve? For me, it comes down to body composition. I want to keep my body fat at 10% or less. I want to maintain as much muscle mass as I possibly can. And generally speaking, I want to have a healthy heart. I want to have decent cardiovascular fitness. I want to be able to go for a 5-mile run or go for a long backpack in a national park. And I want my heart and my cardiovascular system to be as ready as they can for that. The next what to ask yourself has to do with what's getting in the way. Why aren't you doing what you need to do right now? Is it that you don't want to give up the foods that you think make you happy? Is it that you don't think you have the time to devote to yourself, to devote to the one body you're going to have for the rest of your life? What is it? What's getting in the way? You have to identify it, and you have to find a way around it. A friend of mine has this belief that weightlifting is going to give him so many muscles that he's not going to be able to ride his bicycle And so he's built this wall and this belief that going to the gym is going to make him incapable of riding a bicycle, despite the fact that he doesn't ride his bicycle and constantly tells himself he needs to lose weight. He probably needs to ask what's getting in his way a little bit closer. So once you know your overarching goal, and once you know what's getting in the way, and you figure out a way to maybe get around some of those things, the next thing is to learn about all the aspects of exercise. Like anything in life, you get more out of it if you know how to use it, or if you understand a little bit how it works so that you can make it work best for you. Like a vacuum cleaner. If you know how a vacuum cleaner works, you can probably make it work better for you. As silly as that may sound, it's pretty much true. Exercise is no different. The more you understand your body, how your muscles work, understand a little bit about nutrition, understand a little bit about the specific exercises and how those work specific muscles on your body, and how the nutrition feeds the muscles in your body, the easier everything else is going to be after that. It doesn't hurt to have an understanding of things like basal metabolic rate. How many calories do you need during the day? How much exercise are you doing? How do you compensate for that exercise? How much protein should you have? Yeah, so after you've gathered a little bit of information and you have an appreciation for your body, calories, nutrition, look for a concept or idea, some sort of underlying guide that helps you think about the totality of fitness. One of them that I like to think about is an acronym, FIT, which stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. Probably don't want to get into all of those right now, but it makes sense to think about everything you do in relation to that acronym, with frequency being tied to your overarching goal or your what that you want to accomplish. How often do you do your cardio? How often do you do your weights? Based on your knowledge of your body, how often do you do each body part? How often do you do your cardio workouts? Intensity. How long do you do it for? How much time do you have between each set? How much weight do you do? Are you doing the right amount of weight? Are you not doing enough weight? Time, the time that you spend in the gym, the time that you spend maybe doing sprints, the time, say, interval training. How long are your intervals? How short are your intervals? Lots of things to think about when it comes to time. And then type. Again, the right type of fitness as it ties back to your overall what or your goals. It doesn't make any sense to be going to the gym and doing lots of heavy squats if you want to be a long distance runner. Overall, just looking at the type of exercise you're doing and making sure that it ties back to your overarching goal. It's also helpful to think about the gadgets that go into helping you measure or quantify whether or not you're reaching your goals. There's always a gadget, right? Things like a fitness watch to track your steps throughout the day, track your overall calories, track progression on your run, look at your heart rate day to day, look at your resting heart rate day to day. Something like a bioelectrical impedance scale. Take a look at your body composition over the course of a week, compare week to week. How is your body fat looking? How is your muscle mass looking? How is your water composition looking? Something else to consider is a good calorie tracking app. My Net Diary is the app that I started using recently. It's awesome compared to every other app that's out there, and I've tried them all. My Net Diary really nails it. It's easy to use, intuitive. The database is relatively complete and mostly accurate. It's very easy to enter food that isn't in the database. Definitely recommend that for tracking calories day to day. It's free. I got a paid subscription for my mother-in-law, and it's very educational with the paid subscription, but you don't need a paid subscription to get the most out of the app. And that's really it. Those are the highlights for the talk today. Things to think about for you to have a fitness mindset. If there's anything that you'd like me to dig deeper into, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what that might be. And until next time, crush your ego, inflate yourself, follow your intuition, and find your everyday.